Hi, this is Alan Shea with Our Society, and we're here in Long Beach, California at First Robotic Competition. Stay with us today with some great interviews and check out all of the great technology that will be shown on our show. Hi, this is Alan Shea with Our Society, and we are here today in Long Beach. We're following one of the Northwest businesses here to talk about what does the future offer for Northwest, and certainly here's one of our innovative businesses in the Northwest area. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow the owner and CEO of this new opportunity to share with the viewers and give us some insight why we're here in Long Beach today.
Hi, my name is John Smith. I'm the president and founder of Neighbors Empowering Youth, and we're here for an international competition, First Robotics. What First Robotics stands for is for inspiration and recognition of science and technology. It's our young people, as you see, this is all high school students, and they have 6 weeks to design, build, and be ready for a world-class competition with their robot. With Neighbors Empowering Youth, what we're trying to do is inspire these young people to not look towards McDonald's, which I have no issues with McDonald's, but we sit in the shadow of JPL, Parsons, Tournament of Roses, Lockheed Martin, and we should be training our young people to take those jobs for the future. So what we do here at Neighbors Empowering Youth is we bring about mentors from the community to help our young people learn those 21st century skills that they need to be successful in today's society.
Well, John, you've got me so excited, man. I got 150 questions for you, so you better be ready.
I'm ready.
The first thing, dealing with a hub in Pasadena with all those technology companies and facilities and establishments, why don't you tell the viewers how did this vision come about for you and for you to create this partnership that I see amongst us today?
Okay, well, it started because I've been working for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, for 22 years. And I go all over the United States and other areas of U.S. interest and deal with catastrophic events. I'd come home and realize that we still have issues at home that need to be addressed. We have young people that don't seem to have a direction or focus of what they want to do. So I said, well, you know, what can I do? So I started Neighbors Empowering Youth to bring an opportunities for the young people that did not have a computer in their home. If they had the incentive and the desire, Neighbors Empowering Youth gives them a computer so they can keep up on their schoolwork and connect with their homework. What I wanted to do with Pasadena, in particular Northwest Pasadena, was create a hub where we could connect with all the academies that are part of PUSD. Down at John Muir High School, there's the Arts, Entertainment, and I think it's Arts, Entertainment, and Media Academy. There's also the Business and Entrepreneur Academy, and there's the Engineering and Environmental Academy. All three of those academies are perfect for what we do in First. So I wanted to put an after-school program right there in their neighborhood. So we are 1.5 blocks north of John Muir High School, 2,800 square feet of pure fun and STEM excitement.
Wow, that is getting me so excited because growing up in Pasadena, going to John Muir, and part of the commission for Northwest, I'm always trying to figure out how can we really build a real vision for the youth and to really have a role for the future. And that's why, you know, I got excited for this interview, is because I believe that there's really a way, if we pull together the players and show results, that we can then build a team that will support the vision. And so I really want you to tell the viewers not only where you are today, what does this show do for your program and for the participants, the students that are here now?
Okay, well, looking around, I'm looking for one of our senior mentors. She's a JPL engineer. Oh, she's over talking with one of the
coordinators over there?
One of the coordinators for the team. But I'd like to bring her in and let her tell you what experience she's had with the team. And then I have another mentor that I've had on our team for about 10 years. He's a fire safety engineer.
Okay.
And I'd like to bring him as well.
Sure. So, and is the fire safety individual here? Because I love our fire department, so I got some good questions for him.
Okay.
And
well, let's bring Lauren in real quick and let her tell you about her experience with FIRST and with Neighbors Empowerment.
Okay, come on over here, Lauren. I'm Alan Shea.
Hi, nice
I'm
to meet
the
you.
host of our society, and John has got me all excited because I love to see what our opportunities are for technology in the future, especially as it applies to Northwest. I think we have a great opportunity to bring about a new leadership role for Pasadena.
Excellent.
If we pull together the right partnership. So when John said the JPL was here, I said, wow, let's get them over here so we can hear what you'd like to see in this development, especially since you're here today.
Definitely for development, I'd like to see students that are starting to get the skill sets that they need in order to become leaders, become active workers, and actually really care about the community. So really students who care about what they're doing, being able to work on teams, and then really learning skill sets. Even though this is engineering, there's still website design, media. There's a lot of different things that students can actually move on and end up with good careers, bringing that back to the community, doing community projects, helping others, and then hopefully making their own companies. It's great what John's doing, being able to actually build companies and build students up actually within the community itself.
Well, why don't you share with the viewers, because here's the $100 million question here, is how did John get you involved to make sure that JPL is going to be one of those front leaders that keep echoing how important education in Northwest is, and how can we get other companies to join our team here?
So main thing is to really show what the students can do. I think there's a lot of JPL volunteers here today, SpaceX, Raytheon, others, and really just showing them, hey, there is actually future for them. This opens up scholarships for them. This opens up your future workforce. And by able to show, hey, we can actually help these students, right, move from, minimum wage jobs, the rest of it, to someone who's actually helping you. There's a person on the team that I would love to hire if I could get internship, all that stuff, just straight from robotics.
Wow.
So
so do we have shadowing program? Do I hear that right now? Or grants or interns? I mean, get me excited so I can make sure the kids know that there are opportunities out there. And I think in my experience in dealing with youth, if they don't know the information, then they're kind of lost. They're kind of just, we don't have jobs. Yeah. We need to get them on a pathway to say there's plenty of jobs. There's a program, there's models up here in Northwest, and we're going to get you on a pathway to start understanding how to qualify, get educated, and get those positions.
Yeah, the main thing is showing the students that, right, those opportunities are there. So one of the things about the FIRST Robotics is that there's $50 million that's available this year alone for students to go to colleges, pursue the career that they actually want to pursue.
Well, I want you to tell that to the viewers out there. What kind of money, how they can go about finding that information, and really the role JPL is going to play to make sure that students in the Northwest will know how to access that.
Mainly is find a good FIRST Robotics team, and if you can get FIRST Robotics team 2404, love to have you out. This year they're saying $50 million in scholarships for any FIRST Robotics students. So you come learn how to be part of the community, learn how to build a robot, media, graphics, get involved, whatever is your interest, your passion, join a team, get out there, start participating, learn new skills.
Wow. See, I think you just got the $100 million question answered.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you. So we're going to keep moving. So who else you got for us, John? Because I'm on fire over here.
Well, I'd like for you to meet a new member that we kind of kidnapped and brought onto the team. We call him MacGyver. His real name is BJ. Okay.
Okay. And BJ is with. How you doing, BJ? Alan Shea.
Alan, pleasure.
Definitely. And you're with who?
I'm actually not with JPL. I work in a completely separate industry. I work in a packaging company. I make plastic bags, is what I make.
Okay.
But my background, I was a fabricator for a race car company for 10 years, 12 years, somewhere in that range. Worked as an automotive mechanic, so I'm really good with my hands and I'm able to make things work. You just met Lauren. She's amazing at the design aspect, and she comes up with these just fantastic designs and then hands them to me and says, okay, make it happen. And that's what I do.
Oh, wow. So you're kind of on the manufacturing side of, should I say, prototypes, specifics, and manufacturing. Is that safe to say? Or
for this team, anything from proof of concept, trying something for the first time, seeing if it works. Hey, we're going to try something completely different that no one's ever done, to what's actually being used on the robot today.
Okay. So why don't you share with the viewers so they can see what your role is with John's operation, and certainly those that are watching the program, see how a person like you are contributing to moving forward with recruiting kids, getting them involved, because now it sounds like you're giving them a different side of technology. You're not
Sure.
the mechanical and the technical, but you're certainly the application of really getting the final product produced.
I'd like to say that I'm showing the kids that there are other options. You don't have to sit in front of a computer. You can go out and build things with your hands. You can work with your hands, and it's okay. You don't have to go get the master's degree, and it's okay to not do that. You just go out and can be a productive member of society and spin wrenches for a living. That's okay.
So they're going to be watching you. So we need to find out what are the steps for them to either make contact with you or to really get an understanding of what your programs offer, so that they can begin to pursue the type of opportunities you're speaking of today.
With FIRST, I'm actually not the person to talk to. Lauren or John would be a much better contact. They'd be able to answer any questions and direct you in the right path. The FIRST Robotics website has a lot of answers for where teams are, how to get in contact with teams. But much beyond that, I'm not much help, unfortunately.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm sure you've added another dynamic, because a lot of people only see technology from the front side, not the back side. The back side also requires a team that has experience on how to put the external parts and features together, and that sounds like what your specialty is.
Yeah, absolutely. Just generally go out and make things work, and it's been a lot of fun. I hope I'm inspiring some of the kids and just showing them that there are other paths to where you want to end up in life.
Well, I'm sure you have. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
So,
one of the key components to this is getting parents and community people involved in this. A lot of people think they have to be an engineer or have some kind of specialty, but they have life skills. They have things that they can teach our young people just on, life situations and how to handle them. So we invite parents to come and be a part of this as well. Like Lauren was saying, $50 million is a lot of money to let sit on the table, so we invite everyone to do it. What I'd like to do is bring up one more mentor who's been with our team since 2008, okay? He's a fire safety engineer, and he's one of those people that can help, the young people learn how to use tools and how to take the mathematical equations that it requires to build these robots and put it into real-world applications.
Well, good.
Okay?
Well,
So that's Jerry O'Rourke.
Okay. All right.
But Jerry got to put that.
So how are you?
Just fine.
Good. My name is Alan Shea. What was your name?
Jerry O'Rourke.
Jerry.
Yes.
Okay, good, Jerry. Well, we are so glad to have you here and Our show is called Our Society, and what we are trying to do is make sure that the viewers are raising their awareness how important it is for innovation. And certainly in your sense of experience and background, being a firefighter, oh my God.
I'm not a firefighter.
Okay.
I was trained as a fire protection engineer, and I worked with firefighters to a certain degree. And I was involved in building safety and dealing with the occupancies and processes that were being conducted. And, we went from buildings that were uninsulated, and then we had the oil crisis in '73 that suddenly made it economically reasonable to insulate the buildings, and that created different issues from a fire safety standpoint, so that the processes had to be re-examined to evaluate what kind of heat was being generated, what kind of conditions were being created within the plant environment. And we've now gone from wired telephones and dial tones to cell phones and computers and things of that nature. So the whole society has changed dramatically in my lifetime. And I know when you look at history, just in the past century, we've gone from horses and buggies and trains to jet airplanes and rocket ships and things of that nature. So innovation is coming. We can't stop it, and it's going to happen so fast now that we've made these leaps and bounds that the jobs that my dad did and your dad probably don't exist anymore, because it's all being done by computers and machinery, and as a result, the society has to adapt so that they can work with that environment as well as deal with the issues that environment creates.
So why don't you share with the viewers a little bit more about your technical background, because you indicated that you were not an actual firefighter, but you were really a man who's behind the scenes on from a safety standpoint, and now dealing with technology the way technology is evolving. What is your role with technology from a firefighter and as implementing it in today's technology?
Well, we have developed infrared technology to the point where we can now locate the hot spots in a fire. We can find things that are not involved. We can find victims of a fire before they are seen. So, it's assisted the firefighter in keeping him safe, as well as allowing him to make safety an issue for the victims involved in a fire. And the firefighting techniques have evolved to the point that we no longer have to drown the building, so to speak, to put out the fire. We can apply water more efficiently and more intelligently to the spots that need it and get the fire extinguished more quickly. So that aspect is there. As far as the robots, it's an entire different world, but it's still creating a machine to solve a problem.
Correct.
And I enjoy the aspect of watching a youngster realize that A, he has the knowledge to do this, and B, he is going to learn the skills of how to do it. And that makes it a very rewarding experience for me to be involved with the team and help the students learn the processes involved in building something. It's not like you go to the store and you buy one from shelf A and two from shelf B and put them together and you have a machine. There's a lot more parts and a lot more thinking that goes into it.
So can you share with the viewers whether your experience since '08, correct? You've been with the program. Has there been any type of project or robot or anything that has really elevated your attention and awareness that has come out of the program?
Well, I don't know that the robots have been that unique. We built a robot that hung inner tubes. We built a robot that shot frisbees, shot basketballs. uh, kick the soccer ball. So those kind of things have been just, menial tasks that created some excitement in watching the machine do it on a consistent basis, and realizing that you can do this with a machine, And the thing that I like to point to is just the success stories that we've experienced with the program of having students realize their potential and go on to post-high school education and activities that have taught them that they're something more than just a cog in the wheel. They're something that can change a group of people and change the process that they're experiencing.
Okay. Well, we certainly appreciate the insight. We're going to get ready to move on inside and try and capture some of the show.
Oh.
And we appreciate the history lesson that we got, and we look forward to seeing some of the competition inside.
Well, you'll see some great competition. There are teams here that are former world champions and have competed at very high levels throughout the country. And they are the machines that these teams build are unique. You get 60 teams and probably 59 different robots.
Wow.
And you'll see them all shapes, colors, and sizes. So enjoy the show. Ask a lot of questions. You'll find people very friendly and rewarding.
Okay, we appreciate it. With some of the vendors and some of the competition and competitors, and John's going to give us a little history of what this is all about.
Okay, so in 2008, I had a team, 2404, and I had no idea of what I was going to do with this team, or even how to get a team started. And I met a gentleman from JPL, Dave Brenza, and he said, hey, I have a team, 980, and we're a first robotics team, and this is what we do. And I said, well, can I come over and see what you guys do? So I came over to see what they were doing and saw how I could incorporate that into what we are trying to do, and that's where it began. And 980 has been an integral part in helping us to grow our team, recruit mentors from JPL, and when we need some technical advice, we come to 980 because they're one of those premier teams in FIRST. They've won several awards. So this young man here, I'm sure he's a good spokesman for 980. So maybe he can tell you a little bit about this team this year.
Well, good. Well, why don't we get your name, let the viewers know really your age. I mean, you look like you're a very young, prosperous young man. So let them know really how young you can get started with this type of pursuit and what it can do for you in the future with high school and college.
Well, my name is Oliver Eccleston, and I am 17 years old. I started this team this year. I am a rookie. Yeah, we have some members that are around 12 years old, 11 years old. So you can start this early, elementary, middle school. Our team's mostly a high school community team, so we serve around 11 different schools. But we have a member that hopefully will be a future 980 member. He's around 11, 12. He has his brother also who will be moving into elementary and middle school, joining up with us also. So you can start this at any age.
So why don't you share with the viewers, how did you go about learning of the program, enrolling, and how strong has the program helped you to evolve and become really active with your future?
Well, I joined this team based on a friend of mine who said, I'm going to join a robotics team, and honestly, I thought that was the oddest idea, but I said, why not? I'll tag along, see how it is. I'm not much of a math or science person, so I thought I'd take a look around. And then I realized they had a business and design team. They had an outreach team, which is what I'm hoping to go to for college. So I joined up with the outreach and business team, and I've helped design this logo, for example. And it's really expanded. I've done our SWOT analysis for our strengths and weaknesses. We've done a scorecard. It just helped us a lot and helped me a lot for my hopefully a future in business.
Well, because you're a young man right now, you used a very interesting word that you might want the viewers to understand. You use the word SWOT. Why don't you let them know what that stands for, and how did you come about understanding the application of that?
Well, SWOT is a strengths and weaknesses analysis. For example, it has our internal and external factors. Internal, our strengths are that we're a very unified team. We have strong mentors. Our weaknesses is that sometimes our focus is put a little bit elsewhere, but we have our mentors who show us the way. Our outside strengths are the fact that we have very powerful sponsors, and we have a set build site that we can go to every week. Yet our weaknesses are the fact that we are a community team and not a school team, so we can't rely so much on the school providing us with new members, and we may lose sponsors, but we've been very strong with our sponsors. We cooperate with them. For example, Disney, Boeing, NASA, JPL have been very helpful, providing us with money, providing us, for example, with our mentor, David Brinza, who's been our very good lead mentor.
So why don't you share with the viewers, especially young high school students who are watching this, what are the contacts that could evolve from this opportunity for scholarships and entry into other universities?
Well, a lot of our mentors went to Harvard, Stanford, some of them have gone to Caltech, MIT, RIT, so it's a chance to go into very good universities that focus on technology, science, even English. For example, my lead mentor, Robin, she went to Harvard and Oxford for an English degree. And it also offers you the opportunity to maybe go straight into a technical field if you decide to skip college. We met a man from, I have his card here, but it's SpaceX, and he offered us a SpaceX scholarship so we can sign up, so that would be a very nice thing. Right. And there is also, of course, the FIRST scholarship, which will provide an opportunity for people like me and our team captain, Jacob Schlossman, to go to the universities that they want to go.
Okay, and this is the last question for us because we know that the competition is ready. Are you guys competing today?
We are competing today, and we are hoping to win, score into the top alliance, and get on to champions.
And what will be your entry item?
We are entering through chairman's entrepreneurship, and if we're lucky, we'll be in the top 3 teams, and we'll go on to Houston.
So. And the product or robot that will be demonstrating your guys' team is what? What is that?
That would be our robot. Sadly, it's not here. We're actually competing right now.
Okay.
So it's a dropping robot, and it's also a gear robot.
Okay. Well, we certainly appreciate your time and a great interview.
Thank you
maybe you
much.
should be their public speaker and spokesman. You're very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for interviewing our team.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Great opportunity.